Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good afternoon, and welcome to a bit of Fallout 3, where today I think we might actually go and do the pit. Probably a very bad idea, because I am quite tired, because I've just come back from a game of Magic the Gathering. I've actually gone to a game store, friendly local gaming store, FLGS, and played fucking Magic the Gathering. And I had a really good time with it. So, before I get into that though, let's just first of all dump some gear, because we're going to be going to Pittsburgh. And I need to make sure that I am carrying as little as possible that I can get away with. Because we will be coming back with some gear. I can put the scrap metal away, it's fine. Right. We can worry about making money afterwards, but I really want to get into the expansion. Oh, Alien Xbox, he takes up 44 pounds in my inventory. Oh, good. Good with that. Right, let's carry on.
All of us here thank you for everything you've done. For us, for the Wastes. We've pulled together and got you this. It's the best we could do. Please take it, with our thanks.
19 whole bottle caps. You spoil me, good madam. So I'm going to go to the train tunnel, get the slave outfit, meet back with Werner, and go to Pittsburgh and hopefully deal with some of the slave antics there. We'll just take this. So this person has just had their was wearing less with the slave outfit, and now they've just been. That's what we look like as a slave in power armor. Don't mind the head. Let's take that off. There we go. And our slave outfit. How very Gamora. You won't understand that yet. We'll talk about that in New Vegas. Interesting. I'm not getting any low karma for stealing from there.
Alright, you got a disguise. Good, good. We're ready to head out. I'll meet you up by the tunnel that leads to the pit. You go get whatever you'll need for the trip. I followed you. I've gotten very good at staying out of sight when I don't want to be seen.
Did you follow me into like the spaceship?
Oh yeah? What is it? Gather what supplies you'll need and meet me at the first tunnel to the pit. You'll never find your way there without me to guide you.
Okay. So as a reminder, this is Werner. And he was attacked by slavers. He's an escaped slave himself. And he's come from Pittsburgh. And these here are slaves who have been captured and killed. And usually a lot of slaves are actually taken to Pittsburgh because there's a massive amount of money to be made there from slave labour, unfortunately. So yeah, so this will take us to... Let's have a look around the back here. Oh, invisible walls. Just wondering if there's anything up there, perhaps. Because they've got the cans here on fire. There's some sort of signal, I guess, to bring you closer to the DLC. Because this is one of the DLCs. My favourite, if I'm honest, of the three, of the four. And, yeah. So this is Werner.
If you're ready, just jump on the cart. If you're ready, just jump on the cart.
So, this tunnel leads to a complicated network of tunnels and old highways that travel far to the northwest to the pit. The going will be rough and harsh, supplies will be scarce, and you won't be able to return to your business there as concluded. Are you sure you want to travel to the pit? Yes. Did I save beforehand? I certainly hope I did. This is Pittsburgh, otherwise known as Sheffield.
Hang on, someone's coming. Let me do the talking.
Nope, better equip my weapon.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
I might ask you the same thing. You've got a lot of guts coming back to this place, Warner.
Yeah? Well, I guess that's the difference between us. I have a lot of guts. You don't.
No guts? What do you mean? Shit!
Joe! Joe! Here come more of them. Watch out. Hey!
Don't need the armor. Okay, but I'm just going to say that's good, so I can stay and loot the place. 45 auto pistol. Oh, I've missed you. Anything here to loot? Any of these rooms we can go in? No, okay. Yeah, I do like the pit. It's such a lovely change of scenery. Like, just the change of the colour palette of, like, grey and green, or grey, to... oh, grey and more grey, to, like, grey and orange. It is nice, it is welcome. But yeah, get used to this architecture. You're going to see a lot of it. Yeah, so yeah, this is essentially Yorkshire, the mining colony. Slaves are brought here to mine for iron, and well, there's a lot of interested parties who would want iron. The reason why I keep referencing Yorkshire, if you don't know, Yorkshire is well, there's, I guess, like 4 parts of Yorkshire. There's north, east, south and west Yorkshire. And it's known for like its like coal mining and things like that. It was back in like the time of Maggie Thatcher that the pits were closed down. And
This is as far as I can go. It's up to you from here on out. Don't expect to take anything you have in with you. They'll strip you clean, but I'll find a way to get your things back to you. Once you're inside, find a slave named Medea. She'll be able to help you. Remember, your goal is to get access to Asher and find the cure. After you have it, I'll contact you. Well, You might be able to get a small gun or a knife past them if you conceal it just right. I can do that for you, but I can't promise that they won't see it and just gun you down. You want the gun or the knife? Okay, here you go. Don't take it out until you get past the gate. You clear on what you need to do? That's it. Good luck. We're counting on you.
Conceal 32 ain't great, but for raiders it might be enough. In a bit, Werner. So yeah, it's like it was like all the mines were like closed around the time of Maggie Thatcher's Conservative Party, and yeah, and but you know, not to put like too negative a slant on it, like mining was dangerous. Yeah, lots of lives were unfortunately lost. In Barnsley here we have a memorial to, well, I imagine quite a few memorials actually, to the colliery disasters that we had.
I'm not in the mood. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. It's a wild man. Or wild woman. Much like someone I know.
You're dead, you sack.
It's killing time. Kick ass.
It's like the raider equivalent of a raider. The wild men, the people who live beyond the realms of Asher and Co. Now I picked up that teddy bear because that's going to come in handy at the end of this quest chain. Yeah, as you can probably tell, the water here is violently radioactive. I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's go for a try and just swim across the bridge, avoid the... yeah. 485 rads. Even if I were to take... right away, fresh count, there we go. So I'm resisting the radiation by 85%. Look what... oh. 101 rads, 103, 104... yeah, unless I start taking raid away like crazy. But you can't see because my camera's in the way, but yeah. 81, 80, 70, 70, 60, 60, 50, 50, 40. So the radiation is actually going away, like towards the middle. As you get closer here, it just shoots up. I better take some raid away. Free radical perk. Oh, hello. What's that then? You gain enhanced effects from raid away. Nice. Yeah, it's just like the radiation just shooting up, like 60, 80. 80. Oh, I can't get up. There we go. Like even here, just land alone is killing me. I've got plenty of raid away anyway to survive, but that means I've only got like some 10 seconds to survive here. Because the radiation is that bad. Yeah, 100 rads I'm getting here. Oh, 963 rads. It's like 5 seconds of time I can actually last. 200 rads. 213. I really should have brought the advanced radiation suit because this is the most interesting document of, yeah, 300 rads I was getting there. 336 rads a second is insane. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's why you don't really jump in the water. So we've got to cross that bridge, but let's have a look around here. So this is the pit bridge. Yeah. I did say that this series might get political because, you know, it's well, it's a political game. Yeah. I think the bigger, the greater your explosive skill, the shorter the fuses are. Well, there's something out there, but I don't know what. Oh shit! That's about dogs. But yeah. Right. That's the most I've really actually got to say about Yorkshire that's, I guess, political. It's really just like the mining aspect of it. Yeah. And I wasn't trying to equate like the dangers and the closures. It put lots of people out of work and things like that. And like there were good jobs as well. Yeah. It's I think give it a bit more time, perhaps. You know, even fewer lives could have been saved. Yeah, it was honest graft, and yeah, like people like there's still people alive today hit by these things and can't forgive the loss of industry and such. In Sheffield as well. That's in. I think I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it must be in South Yorkshire Spartans as well. Who the fuck is shooting at me? Right. Take a doctor bag. It's not a sniper rifle, it must be some. Oh, it's some prick up here. Bell end. Right. I knew you were up there, I would have taken it up close and personal. Now, I do not want to detonate any mines here because, well, all these cars here probably have fuel in them. So, yeah. But yeah, Sheffield is another city in Yorkshire that was known for Sheffield steel. It was like the best steel in the world. And I don't think we make Sheffield steel anymore. Yeah, but it's something that, like, if you came from Sheffield, it was something to be dead proud of. Yeah, it's the love of the world over, Sheffield steel. I can't remember. Did I do it? I think I did a downloadable disc content on the pit. Oh shit. Okay, well this car's didn't blow up. This guy might actually make it out. Oh shit. Well, thanks, guy. Yep. Hey, nice. But yeah, further into the Midlands, a lot of people debate is Birmingham is like north or south of England. It's like no, it's in the Midlands, in the middle of the land. Yeah, or Brum as it's called, Birmingham. And yeah, Birmingham is known as the Black Country because of the steel and such there, coal mining and things like that. It was like massive amounts of pollution. Where the chains made were used for. Unfortunately, I think had some connotations with slaves. I think the actual money made from slavery, making the chains of slaves, was a rounding error.
I love it. Another slave wanted back here, huh?
But they also made the chains of the Titanic.
Bridge? Yeah, I fucking paste you. Why I should... Wait, what the... Now would you look at this? Where'd you get all this shit anyway? Whatever. Mine now. Thanks, Scab. I hit the jackpot today. Now get back in there and get to work. Or next time I'll just stake you out there for the drugs.
Oh, that's an infiltrator. Nice.
Get back in there, Scab.
So yeah, there was a lot of things, horrible things associated with but I mean, just the fact that if you come from Birmingham, it's a horrible thing. But there you go.
Find some other place to be. Now. You helped them escape. I know it. We can do this the easy way. Or I'd break you in fucking halfway. Your choice. Fine. Have it your way. Fucking talk, you piece of shit. Get out of my face, asshole. What? You want me to knock your teeth out? Shove off.
These people don't exactly look like ghouls, do they? These people are... Oh dear. These people are suffering the disease that is rife through this place. There is no known cure. I think there's only medicine. You take what you can get. Here the crews are.
Talk now. Leave me alone.
Whatever it is, wasn't good on this one. The next one won't. Now back to work.
Don't mind me. All these caps are for me. Woohoo! Yeah, so this is a pretty grim place. Where's the gunshots coming from? It's a slave master.
What? You want me to knock your teeth out? Shove off.
Yeah, so there you go. And here's directions on the floor as well. You want to get to the mill, you go that way.
Hey there. Welcome to the family. I'm not cheering, really. I've just accepted my role here. I found a book once. Medea read part of it to me. It said, the master doesn't try to be powerful. He is powerful. An ordinary man keeps reaching for power, and thus never has enough. I'd like to be free, but I'm not. And the harder I cling to that idea, the more miserable I'll be that I'm stuck with it. And this work is hard enough without extra misery. Speaking of which, I should get back to it.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it, but it's rather apathetic though, isn't it? But then, he's not suggesting something, just telling this person to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Which is something that no one really wants to hear. So, I say no one wants to hear because it doesn't, really work.
I won't miss next time.
So that slave was the one that's sitting down.
Werner sent you, didn't he? Good. He finally found someone. We can't talk out in the open like this. Meet me in my house as soon as you can. We'll talk there.
You look like you don't have enough to do, peon.
Anthony's sick. He sent me
Get out of my face.
Cover that. Aren't you snazzy? So yeah, this is the pits. This is the, I guess, central hub.
Yeah, what do you want? I am working. You must be new here. I serve the slop to the other slaves. You want food? Let me know. The good news is that this crap is nearly unlimited. But it's mostly radiated water and trog meat anyway. You want some or not? It's your funeral. Here you go.
A slop added. Mmm. Slop. 20 rads, but it heals 8 HP for us.
Well, you got some arms on you, Scab. Get out of my face.
Hmm. Can't talk to him. Doesn't look like I can release him. No, God. Well. Anything else here of use? Interest, maybe? No. That's Medea's quarters. Was there anything here? Uptown. Oh, we don't go to Uptown. Let's have another quick look around. See if there's anything worth looting. Open an engine block. Oh, nice. Not bad. Raid away in 3 stim packs. Oh dear, that slave died. Was killed.
All right, we can talk now, but we shouldn't take too long. They saw you come in here, so they'll come looking for you if you take too long. I have a plan for getting you into Asher's palace, but we need to wait. In the meantime, you're going to have to blend in. I don't know what you saw on the way in, but the guards don't really take kindly to workers just standing around. You're going to need to look busy, or they'll sniff you out pretty quickly. And if they get too close, you don't look like you belong here. Outside of the mill, there are a bunch of old steel ingots just lying around. Every so often, the foreman puts out a work order to collect them. It's practically a death sentence, and they never assign it to anyone. They make us pick who's going to do it. Bastards. What in God's name is a super mutant? You know what? Never mind. Whatever they are, you're wrong. What it is full of are trogs. You're either an idiot or a smartass. Either way, I don't think it's funny. They're what most of us hope we never become. But the contamination gets to everyone. For most people, it's some form of cancer. Sometimes harmless, sometimes not. For others, the contamination drives them insane. If it doesn't kill them, it changes them. They become animals, deformed and inhuman. It's not pretty. They're everywhere and they kill on sight. I can't really help you there. Ask around. Maybe check with Marco in the mill. He's been making some of our tools into weapons. You might even be able to find a gun on one of the dead bosses out in the steel yard. What was that?
What's going on in here, Medea? Who is this scab?
Nothing, sir. I was just telling this new worker about the job the foreman posted.
Oh, yeah? So she's the one that's going out to the steel yard, huh?
Yes, sir. I told her what she needs to do. She knows. 10 ingots as fast as she can.
Well, then. I hope you also said goodbye. All right, playtime's over. Get to work, grinders. You want
Disgusting,
something,
isn't it?
Scat?
The longer we talk, the more the guards will know that something's going on. Come on, head out to the steel mill and look busy.
Bone ain't too bad.
Okay, we'll talk to you later. For the time being, we've got a job to do. We're going to go to the mill. And soon I'll be pausing the game to do this fucking horrible thing.
Have you seen Wild Bill around? Bill's a friend of mine, a very dear friend. We've worked the mill together for a long time. Last week we were forced to choose someone to gather ingots from the steel yard. Bill volunteered. He didn't want anyone to have to die out there, but he's a survivor. He can't be dead. You look like you can handle yourself. Could you look for him and bring him back? Thank you so much. Just be careful out there. Bill would never forgive himself if someone got hurt looking for him. Bill's a friend of mine. Last week we were... He didn't... Good luck.
Something I want to note as well, there's a zombie drug in Russia, Ukraine, and it has to unfortunately come to the UK as well. And it's called crocodile, or crocodile, and basically it, when injected, it turns people's skin into like basically really sort of scabby and like this. These massive, like blistering gashes and things. That's horrible. I unfortunately had the pleasure of meeting someone who had taken it. Yeah. And yeah. It's horrible. I've like seen what it does to people. Oh my god, it's like, no, it's not nice. It's not nice at all. Hello, Brand.
You're new, aren't you? Are you here from the Erie Stretch? The capital wasteland? Ronto? Where's home? Well, since you might be able to help me, I'll let you in on a little secret. The slaves are always planning all sorts of things. I find out what's going on and let the bosses know, and they let me shrug off some of the work detail. Good deal, huh? If you hear anything, you should let me know.
Let's read the ammo press terminal. Operating instructions. Authorized users only. Material meltdown. Access denied. Doing the Yorkshire accent, because that's where we are. Ooh, look at all this stuff. It's just amazing, isn't it? All these animations. Oh, look, I can just stand under that. It's all just pretty awesome and cool. I know like this isn't much, but for a DLC, like, it's pretty darn impressive.
Well, I thought about it and... No, I'm sorry. Better to live a slave than die a free man. It's just not worth it. Don't trust Shank.
Oh, I see what Jackson meant my bone now.
Scab, you don't want my attention.
Are you nuts? Get the fuck back to work before I pull your arms off. Ha!
Is the little scab looking to get hurt?
The little scab better get out of my face. Ha!
Is the little scab looking to get hurt?
I mean, if I said yes, then
So you're the lucky scab
Never mind.
gathering ingots for me today, huh?
yep, that's me.
Good to see a little enthusiasm for once. Well, follow me.
Scab better get out of my face. Ha!
So, still your duty, huh? Who'd you piss off to get that death sentence? Actually, don't even tell me. It's not like we'll be alive for long anyways.
I like how they just let me loot this place. Well, I suppose they can just get off my body. It's not this is particularly hard, what I'm about to do. It's just like, it's a very... it's not even like a grind, it's just like, I've just got to find it. And it's like,
Get back to work, Professor.
it's just a pain.
You best get back to work, Grinder.
So, I
That
think...
fellow there. You'll be seeing lots of those. And then use a lot of them. To those crazies that live up on the blast furnace. Tell you what. Why don't you do me a favor and get killed close to the door? That way, I don't have to walk with your corpse, eh? Here's the door. Get out there and grab some ingots. Don't come back without at least 10. Turn them into me and I'll see if I can slip a little something your way.
So these are the steel ingots that we've got to get. And this is where I'm going to pause now, so I can do this without you having to watch me flail around trying to get 50 of the things. Okay, so just a quick update. It turns out there are 100 steel ingots, so I'm going to get those, but however, when you get 10, you get this perk. Surviving in the steel yard has taught you something about life in the pit. You now deal extra damage with the signature weapon of the slaves, the auto axe. Nice. See, we've got... oh, 8. Hey? Oh, ingots there, 11. Never mind. So I'm going to pause again and we're going to continue our little quest. Just been reading an interesting entry in the supply plant that we're in now. And came across a locked room. And this chap here has got a fair amount to say, also loads of ingots there as well. So I'll read this log. So, regarding new protectrons. So, there have been several complaints in the past couple of weeks regarding the new factory protectrons installed throughout the plant. Some of you feel this is the first step in the long process of phasing out the human aspect of the plant. Please be assured that this is not our intention. The new protectrons are here to protect you, the workers. Also, please remember to carry your ID with you at all times. The protectrons are programmed to make sure those present in the plant are valid employees. Management. Regarding a recent incident. Those employees who recently took it upon themselves to incapacitate a protectron using a bucket of water and a sledgehammer have been dealt with and are no longer worth the plant. Let this be a reminder to all employees. Those caught harassing and or damaging the factory protectrons will be dealt with swiftly and severely. Management. Regarding new shipment. We've ordered 3 new protectrons to be installed immediately behind the plant. One will take the place of the recent protectron that was destroyed by our very own employees who, let me remind you, are now ex-employees. The other 2 will take their positions working on the assembly line. Management. And here is a private entry from Tom Macmillan. supply and supervisor. I brought it up with management today that the men at the plant aren't taking the new shipments of robots lightly. They fear they're losing their jobs, and I don't blame them. It's my job to make sure morale stays high no matter what happens. It's hard to look each man in the eye and tell him that he has nothing to worry about, even though I very well know he'll be employed in less than a month. I don't know how long I'll continue to lie to these men. Private entry 2. I managed to delay a rather large shipment of Protectrons today. I told management that we've been having problems with the previous batch of robots and are not prepared for another batch anytime soon. This is complete bullshit, of course. The robots work perfectly, outperform our best worker by a factor of 5. The men continue to lose morale day after day. Some blame me, but they don't understand that this is completely out of their hands. I am doing everything I can to help these men to keep their jobs. Private entry 3. Management made a surprise visit to the plant today. I guess they stopped believing what I've been telling them about the robots not performing to standards. They saw firsthand the speed and efficiency of the robots. Unfortunately, they also caught 2 employees in the act of tearing apart a Protectron and smashing it with a sledgehammer. I was to blame, of course. Men starting to believe that I'm working closely with the managers and helping them in every way possible to save my own skin. Private entry 5. Oh, sorry, private entry 4. News broke out today over the loudspeakers that everyone needs to vacate the plant by 1 PM. Due to budget cuts, this plant is shutting down. The men knew at once there was no budget cut. They ultimately decided I was to blame, having seniority in the section of the plant. As soon as I heard the news, I grabbed my pistol and made way for the exit. It was quickly barricaded. I turned around and ran into the utility closet and locked the door behind me. I'll stay in here until the men go home. Tom Mullen. Entry 5. The men won't leave. They're determined to wait until I come out. Probably going to give me one hell of a beating, that I'm sure of. I wish they understood how hard I work for them, how I used every opportunity to delay the inevitable. They better get going though, it's almost 1 o'clock. The robots will be here in half an hour, if management hears what's happening. Private entry 6. I begged them to leave before the robots got here. They laughed and they said they're taking the robots. It's me they wanted. In came the familiar rattle of a Protectron. That got their attention. I soon heard laughter, cursing and screaming down the hall. I opened the door and stepped outside. A couple of workers burst around the corner screaming for help. A red laser lashed out from down the hall and severed Tim's right arm in 2. I panicked and I ran back into the closet and shut the door. The man slammed into the door and begged me to open it. I didn't say a word, just stood stunned, listening to the screams of agony as the robot finished them off one by one. Then silence. I put my ear to the door and listened. I heard the clanking of Protectron feet down the hall. I grabbed my pistol and backed away from the door. No way am I opening this bloody door for anyone or anything. Whoever reads this, let it be known that I did everything in my power to keep everyone's job at the plant, and let this be an example of how not to replace humans with machines. So, these must be some of the bodies. Using them to break in. Fall into the Protectron here. See, it's wonderful storytelling, but this is taking place 200 years later. And you're telling me these skeletons haven't moved. This thing hasn't been scrapped for parts. It's a bit difficult to suspend one's disbelief. Right, oh, I also leveled up as well, and I took the Action Girl perk, so I now have 116 action points. Nice. So, I'm going to carry on, getting ingots, because I've now got 25. Wow. And they weigh... because of the perk that reduces weight by 1. So it halves the weight of anything below 2 pounds in half. These only weigh 12 pounds 50 rather than 2 pounds each. A pound each rather. That's pretty good. But yeah, so we'll deal with that soon enough. Right, I'm going to pause again, and I'm going to continue recording. Farming ingots. We found a note from Wild Bill. This chap here. I've also found his sidearm. I think it shoots a bit faster, I'm not sure. Bonus critical damage. Just seems to just do bonus critical damage. 78 DPS, 18 damage. Okay, so bear in mind that's a pretty weak. But yeah, let's read Wild Bill's message. I'm not gonna make it, Millie. I'm sorry. I knew everyone thought I could do it, but they just don't know what's out there. It's not just Trogs, but others. The Wild Man. Kinda funny considering my nickname Wild Bill back at the mill. Finding the ingots wasn't the hard part. They're everywhere. The problem was trying to make my way back to the mill. I just decided I came in handy more than once, but I soon found myself in more trouble than I could handle. The gunfire alerted the Wild Man, and I assumed it was only a matter of time before they found me. I'm sorry for letting everyone down at the mill. Let everyone know I tried my hardest. Bye. Oh, we also found an item called the Man Opener. It's a unique auto axe. In fact, I'm going to use Wild Bill's sidearm to do some good here. We are currently on ingot 64, so we need to get the other, however many there are. Right, bye. Just want to take a moment to show you how precarious things sort of get now. Just look at these skylines as well. Look at this. Ain't it just gorgeous? I think we have to go all the way up there actually. I see ingots over there, so I'm guessing so. Nice. But yeah. Yeah, the trucks can leave down harmlessly. Whereas me, I've got to be real careful. But yep, I've been all down there. I've been all down there. Around the back of there. All there. Basically this line here is where I've got up to. It's not easy being a Yorkshireman. Right, time to pause again. Well, would you look at that? Quite a lot there. This should bring us up to 90 ingots, I think, so we only need 10 more. Yep. So we just need 10 more ingots now. this is the highest point of the pit. Just have a look there. Ruined buildings all around. Just they had like skyscrapers so close to the industrial estate, but I'm sure just nothing to worry about. I don't know how the closest is modelled after Pittsburgh. Never actually. I should have really looked up some images before I did this video, but yeah, that's all the way we've come down from. Yeah. Right, it looks like I'm off to get the last 10 ingots. So as far as I can tell now, so there were like 7 ingots here. So we've got 3 more left. Well, that's a shortcut where we needed to go, but alas, that's not actually how I wanted to get there. So now we've got to get the 3 final ingots. Now, in case you didn't feel like Bethesda was wasting quite enough of your time and not taking enough piss out of you, behold, you cannot actually find the remaining 3 ingots all around here. What you have to do is you have to go all the way back here, back into this area here, or somewhere around here, and we're going to find out. I'm going to need my light on because I need to have a look around, because we saw the trogs earlier, didn't we? Well, those trogs have torn out a bit of the fence. As you shall come to observe. Eventually. Here. This is where they've broken through. Let's see, they're quite strong, aren't they? And there should be a upturned cart with the remaining 3. As soon as I can find it. There. Oh, never mind. Not even an upturned cart. Find all 100 steel ingots. That's taken me just under an hour.
Well now, look who made it back. I'll take those eggs, Scab. You just get back in there and get about your business. You got a real knack for this. Here, this might help you work a little harder. Original owner can't use it anymore on account of the foundation. There should be plenty out in the steel yard, especially higher up and around buildings. I hear there's a supply plant in the northeast. Should be plenty of ingots in there, too. I'll just take those. Guess I could spare this.
Filtration helmets.
Nothing like some heavy labor, huh?
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like you earned it. If you're heading back out there, these ought to help you with the trogs.
Steel knuckles.
Looks good. How about I give you some metal this time? Here. This armor was a special order for one of the hole fighters. Great against bullets, but Didn't help him when he got pushed off the bridge.
Metal Master armor.
I'll just take those. Sure thing. Bit of a weird one here. Found it from some sucker out of town. Some genius got to tinkering with his laser. Polished metal barrel, a few prisms in there, and he got this lethal light show.
A metal blaster. And how to use it.
Nothing like some heavy labor, huh? You bet I do. Check out this cutting edge of fashion. Wear this armor, and everyone's gonna want to get close to you. Which just means they'll be inside your blast radius, huh?
Bombshell armor.
I'll just take those. Yes, you earned this. Used to belong to a desert priest. Said wearing it made him bulletproof. Of course, that didn't stand up to a little testing. But damn if it wasn't a gloriously fun time.
Leather Rebel.
Looks good. All the metal you're bringing in, I suppose it's worth giving you something to really help with those trogs. Here, this thing's mauled trogs and ghouls from here to Monroeville. Give it a whirl.
The Mauler.
More metal for the mill. I probably shouldn't. But damn if you ain't earned it. Here. This is the best gun I ever had. A little slower on the trigger, but she makes up for it in power and accuracy. Use her in good health.
Perforator.
Nothing like some heavy labor, huh?
I wonder if it's an assault rifle. Is it the Infiltrator?
Well, I'll be damned. That makes 100 ingots you found. And here I remember thinking you'd be lucky to bring back any at all. Ain't no question. You earned the treasure of my collection. This armor goes all the way back to when the Brotherhood tried to wipe out the pit. Some of the tribals who worshipped Asher made it to look like their god. Try it on, and you'll feel a little like a god yourself.
Tribal power armor.
Yep. Guess you've got every last one out there. You're one hell of a stealer, kid. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I think you cleared out the whole place. We'll get other workers to salvage metal from the buildings. You take a break. Careful out there.
I'm now over encumbered and I can't run. Great. So. Let's have a look. Don't really need that. Don't really need those. So the metal blaster. Well, first of all, man opener. Just bog standard. Auto axe, except it does ignores damage threshold and damage resistance. I think the other one does anyway. The metal blaster. Unique laser rifle, bonus critical chance. Perforator. Challenge and chance. It's an infiltrator. Steel knuckles. Unarmed and that's anything special. The Mauler. Bonus slim damage, so man opener. Ignores damage threshold and damage resistance. That does bonus slim damage. Man opener I'd still choose for that, to be honest. Now let's have a look at the bombshell armor. Oh, I see it's a... I have a mini nuke bra, I think. Okay, filtration helmet. Like a sort of mining helmet. Gamma shield armor, picked up earlier. Not that impressive. Labor outfit. Leather Rebel. Modification of the leather armor. Charisma +1, nice. Metal armor, metal master armor. Is metal armor with modifications. Agility -1, but but unarmed is +10 and weapons +10, so it is an upgrade to metal armor. Tribal T45D power armor. So additional action points. +1 strength, -1 agility, melee weapons 5, luck 1. Look at that. How's that for some power armor? So there we go. So now we've got to return to Napier. Oh, and of course we're not wearing a helmet, are we? So, from the filtration at helm. Or a damage resistance. So the way damage resistance and threshold works is, I think damage threshold is basically reduces the enemy's ability to actually get damage through to you, and damage resistance is the ability to, even if they, so like, think of it like armor class and how much damage it reduces. So for example, my damage resistance is 50, so if an enemy's attack does 49, it does nothing. If it does 51, then 21 points of that of it can absorb up to 21 points of damage. So they have to not only do more damage armor penetration than 50, they also have to do more than 21 points of damage to actually even get it through to me. Which is pretty darn good.
You wanna die, asshole? Back to it.
So yeah. Just gonna see if this guy actually makes it out.
Keep fighting.
Oh.
That'll teach you to mess with me. Fuck off.
Not interested.
Maggot. Find some other place to be. Now.
I'll take a nuka trailer drop. That might come in more handy than I realise.
Any luck finding Wild Bill?
I'm afraid I have.
Oh, that's wonderful. Where is he now? Did he come back with you?
Bill said to let you know that he's okay, but he can't go back anytime soon.
As long as I know he's okay, then that's all that matters. Thank you for your help. I'll tell the others that Bill is all right. Here, take these stim packs. They're all I have. Goodbye.
So, yes, it was a lie, but I think these people don't need Bill, they need a symbol of Bill. They need to know that he's okay. They need to believe he's okay.
Disgusting, isn't it? Good. Just in time. Asher has ordered everyone into the square. Rumor has it that he's going to open up the arena. That's perfect for us. It's simple, really. From time to time, Asher opens up the arena. We call it the Hole. Any slave who wants to can fight against the gladiators. If you win, you get your freedom. More importantly, you get an audience with Asher. It's the only way a slave will ever get to talk to him directly. You fight, you win, and when you talk to Asher, you take the cure. I wouldn't shed a tear, but no. Winter has a distraction planned. We haven't been making these weapons for nothing, you know. But when you're meeting with Asher, you'll be close enough to grab the cure. Get it and bring it to me. Now let's get out there and listen to Asher's speech. There'll be hell to pay if the guards catch us in here.
Citizens of the pit, workers of downtown, traders of uptown, and all fierce souls who do what must be done. I bring you good news. We stand at the dawn of a new golden age, where others merely survive. We thrive! Our industry is the envy of the Commonwealth. Our safety is the envy of the capital wastes. Our might is the envy of Ronto. And while I have led your efforts, it has been by your own strength that you have earned all the envy of the world. They envy the steel shaped by the workers in our mills. And they envy the strength of our traders and raiders who wield the steel for the pit. And most of all, they envy our victories in the struggle for freedom. Because yes, freedom is what we all work towards. Freedom from fear. Freedom from disease. Freedom to live as once we did before we were shackled by atomic fire. And so, to celebrate this struggle, I ask my loyal workers, who among you is prepared to fight for your freedom? Who among you will risk your life in the crucible to create a new life of freedom in Uptown? Who will take this rare chance to thrive?
Sorry about that.
Right here! We have one! This woman here will fight in the hole. Come on, Asher. Will you send someone to the hole who actually stands a chance? Good work. You're one step away from Asher and our freedom.
Very well, Medea. If this is the will of the workers, then this woman shall be their champion. Madam, you carry not only the dream that workers can become free, but that we may all someday become truly free from the threats of our world. Prepare yourself, madam. And when you are ready to be forged anew, report to Phaedra in the steel mill. The rest of you are dismissed.
You head down to the hole. Talk to Phaedra. She sets up the fights. Good luck in your fight. We're all counting on you. The cure is the key to healing the sickness around here. Look at us. We've all got it. And the more they force us to work in this mess, the worse it gets. People are going trog faster than ever before. The cure is the first thing in this place that hasn't been infected. We come from all over. Most were born here, but lately, the bosses have been bringing us in from all over. What about me? I was born here, I'll probably die here. I lived my whole life under Asher's boot heel. The only thing that keeps me alive is the thought that I might be able to turn the tables someday. I was born shortly after the Brotherhood Scourge. As bad as it is now, I can't imagine what it was like before Asher. Some of the stories I heard when I was a little girl, about the Trogs and the Wildmen, would scare the hell out of you. I don't care how tough you were. Honestly, I don't know how anything survived, let alone how Asher managed to control any of those freaks. Sometimes, just sometimes, I think that maybe things are better with him here. Our freedom is in your hands.
Okay, so I don't think I'm going the right way, am I? So let's make our way to the arena. While we're doing that, I will actually say that, like, all this talk of Magic the Gathering, I didn't realise it like that. I haven't brought it up because of this reason. But as it turns out, there's going to be a Magic the Gathering Fallout Commander deck. And, apparently, and I should know this because I actually played Fallout 1 and 2. I say that as if that's some obscure thing to do. My apologies. There was, in Fallout 2, a game called Tragic the Garnering. It was a card game, and you could win it, but it was very difficult. I think it was based on your intelligence more than your luck, which is quite true for the actual game. And yeah, it was very interesting. And so yeah, so they're bringing out the 100 card mode for Fallout Fight of the Gathering. A lot of people are not overly pleased with that, and I get that. You know, like I'm not pleased with. I hate it. I actually kind of like Magic the Gathering, and it's unfortunately run by the shitholes that are Wizards of the Coast. So I'm playing right into their hands, aren't I? Marco, let's talk to you.
Hey, not so loud. The bosses can't see what I'm up to over here. Making weapons. Lots of them. There's something coming, and soon. So, I take the crap we find out in the yard, and some of the tools we use, and I make them into stuff we can fight the bosses with. Yeah. You're the one Medea told me about. Werner sent you, right? I can help you out. Take this. It's called an auto axe. Nice, huh? I make them out of the old car parts the breakers drag in from the city. Do what you can with it. Just be careful around the bosses. Make a wrong move, and you're done. Hey! Right. Back to work. Sorry, I can't help you out.
Okay. Let's look at these terminals. Emergency stop. Oh dear. Override enabled. Okay.
Hey! Hurts. We need to please. Someone. Help. Please. Someone.
With the proper application of medicine, this man's injuries could be lessened, and he could be completely back to work, but not completely cured. The only way to end his suffering is to end his life. Do nothing to his injuries.
Thanks for patching up that asshole. He's got at least another week before he drops dead from exhaustion.
I'm scared. Those bastards. It's bad enough they force us to work, but they expect us to fight for their amusement.
Ain't getting a reward if that's what you're after.
Medea is crazy. This will never work.
What the? Oh. What the? Oh. You there? What are you doing? Get back to work.
Only bosses allowed past here. You just go back to work.
So yeah, it's like Magic the Gathering is getting its Fallout deck. I don't know if, like, because usually it's like a crossover thing. It's like 40k does, like, this is a 40k MTG deck, and Lord of the Rings and that sort of thing. So like, the thing is, actually, I will say this much for Warhammer, like, Warhammer never used to advertise, like, the video games in White Dwarf. So White Dwarf is like the official Warhammer magazine. And yeah, they never used to advertise like the video games. It was like there was one thing where it's like, oh yeah, like Warhammer Online, Age of Reckoning. No, not Age of Reckoning. What's the other one? Wrath of Heroes, the good game. Yeah, Warhammer Online, Wrath of Heroes. They sort of announced it and added like a code in the magazine. So hey, you do this code and you get like gold to spend. But right, let's get into the pits. But yeah, and then they released an article saying, "Yep, well, told you so. It's dead." So, at the time.
So you're the dumbass scab that signed up to fight in the hole, huh? Well, head on down. Phaedra's waiting for you.
I'm a power armor spook. Oh, alright. Oh, there's a... So you get the idea.
I don't expect we'll be talking to each other again. And what are you doing down here, slave? Don't tell me your pale ass is gonna throw down. You don't sign up. You tell me you want to fight, I set up a fight. You die, and I repeat it with the next jackass slave who comes in here. Sound good? You want in? Come on, death's gotta be better than your life, am I right? It's pretty simple. When the gates open, you fight. Last one standing wins. Of course, when the gates open, the barrels drop in. So just make sure you kill the other guy before you die of radiation poisoning. You don't want to spend too much time with whatever's in those barrels. You have what you take in with you. But if that's not enough, there are a couple of things in that locker over there. What's to tell? Most die. Now, one or two have made it out, but that's about it. Oh yeah? You sure you're ready to die? Well, all right. I've got one for you right away. Or you can take some time to put your affairs in order. It's up to you. We're gonna throw you in there with a bunch of the other scabs who think they've got what it takes. You're all gonna fight it out, and the last one standing gets to move on. Probably won't be you, though. If you're ready, just step on in.
Oh, well, that's the armor that I got before. Like bombshell armor or something. Medics? Yeah, okay. Healing fountain, nice. So yeah, so
And now, my friends, we have for you a group of slaves willing to kill and slaughter in order to become one of we privileged few. They will fight, they will die, and all for you, all for your entertainment. Now, are they ready to die for their chance at freedom? Let's find out. Release the barrels. Fight!
$5 reds a second, that's not good.
There you are.
This first one down, second one down. I'll take that.
There's only one left standing. Only one. Oh, my friends, what a fantastic fight. How far will this slave go?
Better take some raid away.
Wow. Impressive, slave. Those were some of the toughest scabs around here. You've got some fight in you, it seems. But I wouldn't get too excited. I'm sure Asher's got something special planned for your next fight. Here's something for the Rads. Enjoy it while you can. Come back when you're ready for your next fight. You again? Back for more, huh? I wouldn't count on luck this time. You damn well better be ready. Asher says he wants to make this one good, so he gave you the Bear Brothers. They're a couple of mean bastards. Hell, rumor has it they're halfway to Trog as it is. But I'm sure you'll do fine. Just fine. Well, all right, that's what I like to hear. Get on in there.
They're savage, they're brutal. They're here to keep this worker in his place. The undefeated Bear Brothers. Let's find out if the newcomer can hold his own against real fighters. Release! Fight!
It's one of the easiest ways to get a Deathclaw gauntlet. Use that for powered power armor.
The Bear Brothers are dead! Amazing! This newcomer is showing promise, my friend!
Not bad, Grinder, not bad. The Bear Brothers were some pretty mean sons of bitches. One more fight and you're free. But I wouldn't plan on making it through the next one. Here's a shot for the Rads. Come back when you're ready for your last fight. You again? Back for more, huh? This'll be your last fight, Scab. One more and I don't get to call you that anymore. You ready? You're going up against Gruber. He's one of the only slaves to win in the hole. There's only ever been, what, 3? I guess he got a taste for blood. But unfortunately for you, he's got a pretty decent gun. So odds are this is the last time you and I will be talking. Well, all right, that's what I like to hear. Get on in there.
Well, if he's got a pretty good gun.
And now, this slave has proven willing to kill and die for her freedom. But how will she fare against the man who made it all the way? Gruber! Undefeated in the hole, Gruber has yet to meet his match. Only one will walk out with their freedom. Only one will walk out alive. Release the barrels! Go!
With the same, the worst thing to bring to a knife fight is a gun.
What? Seriously?
Or rather, the only thing worse than bringing a knife to a gunfight is bringing a gun to a knife fight. That's the reason why.
And Gruber falls! Gruber falls! The champion is toppled! A new slave rises from the gutter to join us! Welcome her! She's earned it!
So, there we go.
Well now, Aren't you quite the scrapper? Congratulations. You've done well. Asher wishes to see you. The guards will be told to allow you to pass. He watches over the city from Haven. His tower and up there. Take the northeast exit from here, and look for the tallest building in town. Oh, Asher also said that he has a few gifts for you. You'll find them in a container behind me. Enjoy, and don't keep the man waiting.
Oh, it's all my stuff. Which I'm now encumbered with. Woo! I need to take some buff out for this one.
Lord Ash.
I'm still encumbered. What can I drop? This is a mistake. It's 32s.
Sure wants a word with you. Not bad. Welcome to the club.
So we've bested the arena. Now we're going to find the leader of the slaves.
So, what have you heard? Well, let me know if you do.
I don't particularly want help. In fact, if I could get away with it. Steel saw. Okay. I just dropped something else as well, but don't really need them all, so I can. What's steel sword anyway? Drop that, I guess. Labor outfit, okay. Right.
Gonna turn your back on us and join Asher, is that right?
I sort of feel that one of the problems with this expansion is that it's a little undercooked. Like, they spent a lot of time working on all these details here and there. Well, it's like, does the revolution really need me?
Those Bear brothers never saw you coming, did they? Those Bear brothers never saw you coming, did they?
I like the armor, if I could get that. Perfect. Can I get that armor for myself? Paingiver armor. Okay. Not bad. Paingiver, a raider paingiver. Pretty good. Spooks nowhere to be seen there. So, yeah, the expansion feels a little bit undercooked in that, like, it's... it's like, all this stuff is amazing, it's just that it's kind of rushing you to, like, the conclusion. Like, this expansion really is about 3 hours long. How long have I recorded? An hour and a half. I've been recording an hour and a half, like, I didn't have to spend all that time getting all of the things.
You can go back.
Ingots. I spent 10 minutes doing that. I feel like there really could have been a bit more to it. This could have been, if I would love this, if this was like a 30-hour thing or whatever.
Get out of my face.
Well, you know, like 15-20 hours, or like during hours.
Don't let it go to your head, boss.
Sugar bombs. So, yeah.
Tired. So tired.
Well, look at you, fancy pants.
Not interested.
Let's keep looking around. Yeah, not that I'm not that obsessed with like hours and stuff like that. When it comes to the RPGs, I believe that a game should be as long as it needs to be, not some arbitrary amount. You know, it doesn't matter if that's 3 hours or 30 hours or 300 hours. You know, the game is as long as it needs to be to tell the story it wants to tell, to do the things it wants to do. That does not mean, however, you can take the piss and release unedited, uncurated drivel. Because there are a lot of games out there that I could seriously, like, if I'd love to be an editor for half of these games, for half the games that come out today, I'd just say, right, take the cleaver and just chop wildly at it. And it would be improved massively. Like, I'm deadly serious, like, there's just way too many games there. There's way too many games that are just too long for their own good. So when I say, you know, I'd like for the pit to be longer, I have to be really careful and think, well, if it was longer, what would actually be achieved? You know? So, yeah. We're still trying to find a way around. We will eventually get there, honestly. It's good to explore this place, get to know where all the guards are and such. So yeah. See, like, people criticize Tyranny for, you know, being like only like 30 hours long. It's like, honestly, that game was so good. Like, I genuinely thought, as I said in my review, that, like, I think I did anyway, that, like, I didn't realise there was actually more than the prologue, because the game was just so good. That prologue was so good that I'm like, I could actually just, you know, just fall in love with, like, just replay that over and over again. This game goes on for 30 hours. Wow, even there's more to this. So, yeah. Oh, to the world map as well. This is the map of the pit. Pit yard train. So look at that, you've got so much more detail, it's a smaller map. Pit bridge, pit downtown, Haven, pit steel yard, pit uptown. All this stuff belongs to someone. I better be careful here.
Get out of my face. Scram!
Oh, look! Another worker who thinks they can address their betters. I'm sure everyone's impressed that you killed a pig in the hole. Don't think that makes you an equal. I'm sure you think so. The delusion of equality is part of what makes your kind so pitiful. Oh, it's talking to me again. Oh, it's talking to me again.
Don't you have something better to do?
Huh. Oh dear. Well, what an interesting day. This downtown. I wonder what. So I just want to look around. So yeah. Because I find all of this deeply fascinating. Ooh, I can see all around.
It's true. I'm nothing but trouble, man. It's true. I'm nothing but trouble.
Trouble Man. I've got a feeling that that's a reference to something that I'm not quite getting. Mail terminal. Nurse Higgs. Personal log 48. Dr. Borman's office log. Dr. Borman asked me to look into the new office space. Being this close to the mills is terrible for the patients, but he says that we can afford a new office now. Ever since the Canadian annex, we've had a lot of vets in the office, so the numbers are looking up. Well, it might be hell, but it's good for some of us. Mission log 147. R. Jenkins. Symptoms: patient presents runny nose, fever, swollen feet, bad breath, headache, jaundice, and extreme perspiration. Honestly, I have no clue what's wrong with him, but performing tests seem to make his symptoms lessen. Patient log 148. M. Kramer. Excuse me. Symptoms: patient complaining of myalgia, as well as swollen and large lymph nodes. In addition, patient reports feeling a lot of unease. Suspected asymptomatic herpetic infection. Performed AR series of tests and exams. Samples sent to EOS for analysis. DPW. I couldn't tell you what DPW stands for.
Here comes Speedy.
And stealing from here is not bad karma. Fridays. Ah. That's here there. Take the pre-war money though, nice.
Well now, a grinder made it out of the hole. That hasn't happened in a while. Well, I hope you have some money, newbie. Yeah, sure, newbie.
Actually, I could do with buying some bullets just to break them down. Especially rifle ones. Katana protector sheath. Katana. Rifle powder. Oh, thank you, Lord. Beam splitter to increase damage. I'll take that. Multiple. I'll take all these. Varmint rifle. Night scope. Oh, that's good. Laser rifle scope. Get them laser. Assault carbine, like bolts, anti-material rifle, custom bolts. I'll take that as well. 9mm SMG I don't need. 25mm grenade launcher, don't need. C4, plastic explosive. Can't carry it. Oh dear.
Yeah, whatever, newbie.
Okay.
Trouble, man. You don't want to know how I got the name.
I guess those darts do weigh something, but just enough to push me over the edge. It's like the teeniest bit. So I'll drink some purified water. Okay.
I don't see why Asher's wasting his time with you.
So while I'm trying to find Uptown and Asher's base, I'm going to talk a little bit about Magic the Gathering. I have no special interest, right? But yeah, the shop didn't do too bad by me, to be honest.
Go away, they'll see us.
So when I talk to her, that happens. So I think that usually means that the NPC normally has dialogue, but it's not happening this time. Right, so to Uptown. So yeah, so I did pretty well. I got like 2 packs of Wilds of Eldraine and my pre-release set, which is pretty cool. And yeah. And yeah, it's like I didn't realise that actually I got to keep the cars at the end. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Ordinarily, if you partake in a pre-release event, what happens is like there's positions for first, second, third, fourth place, or rather, no, I think it's first, second, and third place, and then after that, like everyone else just gets like participation packs. But because there weren't enough of us, they just said, you know what, let's just split the rewards, so whoever gets first place gets whoever gets first place gets 3 packs instead of 2.
Saw you earn your ticket uptown. Don't start thinking that makes you special. You're still just meat. You just got moved up to a higher grade of sausage is all. Hey, it's not pretty, but it's the truth. We're all just meat in the grinder out here. Today's hotshot is tomorrow's trog chow. Nothing to it but to be the best, and eat our fill before we're next on the plate. Work hard, and you might just be a grade A cut like me. Hey, meat.
You got something to say, or you just here to stare at the freak?
Hey there, so that's cool.
Go take a swim in the river. You'll find out for yourself, asshole. You got a problem? You got a problem?
So, yes, it was pretty cool, and
Well, not interested.
yeah, there were going to be more people there, but train strikes prevented some
Hey, if
people
it
from
ain't the
going.
champion of the whole. It was a hell of a show you put on down there. Good thing, too. Otherwise, I was gonna start shooting down there myself, just to keep things interesting. That worked out well for all of us, didn't it? And don't worry, I'm sure I'll find some excuse to take a pot shot at you later, so we can all look forward to that.
Is there more here? Yes, yes, here. So yeah, but like the train strikes in Sheffield were preventing some of the players from getting in, which is a shame, but yeah.
Well, hey, if it isn't the newest addition to our little family, you hit the jackpot now, whiz kid. You're in Ash's army. Now's when the hard work really starts. I hope so, for your sake. You screw up down in the mill, you just get a beating. It's harsh, but it heals. But if you screw up when raiding a caravan, you get gut shot and bleed out in the dirt. So you better be as tough as you think you are. But I do what I can to keep our mistakes from being too fatal. If you need to drop some rats, I'm here to help. Then say no more, friend. Can't share much, but they should do the trick. Use it in good health.
Nice. Is there someone we haven't talked to yet?
Hey, champ!
Yes, okay, that's fine. Right. Yeah, so but yeah, it was good. I honestly didn't think I'd quite like the Wilds of Eldraine sort of themes, the idea like it's like the Fey Court and things like that. But as it turns out, the Fey Court is only like a small part of it.
Well, if it isn't Asher's newest pet, he doesn't let many mongrels into his mansion. Him and his keen eyes must see something special in you, so Lulu's going to keep her eyes on you, too. Ha! That rules out your wit. It must be something else that makes you so interesting to our lord. Lulu will see soon enough. Oh, yes. But first, perhaps Asher's pet needs to be fed? Oh, but aren't we all pets of our lord? He built this menagerie and chose each of us to live in his world. Good pets do work, find food, build weapons, and kill the unclean. Good pets get food and Lord Asher loves them. Bad pets get drowned in the rivers. Lulu knows all about being good, so Lulu is in charge of feeding other good pets. Then here, delicious food for you. Eat and be good.
Noodles. Oh. This is Haven. Haven for who, you might be asking? Well, Haven for people who dress like this. I don't like slaves. Anything good here? So yeah, I didn't think I'd enjoy Wilds of Eldraine, but to be honest, like, it's fairy tale stuff as well, not just the Fey Court. So it's like there was like a gingerbread couple, and like there's like quite a few gingerbread cards, and they actually play pretty well, damn good. There's the Billy Goat's Gruff as well. There's like 3 cards. It's like, oh my, yeah. They were kick-ass. You kill one, the others get buffed. It's like, oh god. So I need to kind of take them all at once. If indeed I even choose to. So yeah, but no, it was good. I had a good time with it. Camel of the Wastes, and not a drop to drink. Water, water everywhere, and all the balls to shrink. Water, water anywhere, nor any drop to drink. Nor any drop to drink. Your frequent water consumption has led to the improved benefits of drinking hydrating fluids. Can I drink a stim pack? I'm still over encumbered. Still over encumbered. Can I take a more buff out? No, I can't. What's the steel sword? Was it just like a red version? Right, that case, excuse me, case. I'm going to use it to repair that. So what's actually in here then? I thought there was. Never mind. Don't argue, John. Just get on with it. Oh, by the way, troglodytes are considered abominations. If you need them for the perk abominable. Thought it was a giant baguette then. Hmm. Two Nuka-Colas, bloody hell. Hard terminal. So look, disengage log, okay. But yeah, what I found that I like is, because like, the deck, I like playing like Magic the Gathering Arena, which I might actually film a bit of, is, I like playing black and green as my sort of like twin colour decks, and the green wasn't particularly interesting to me. Like, well, you get like a lot of food artifacts, you can sacrifice those to heal yourself. Pretty darn good. But so I was hoping like I could get a load of greens and just form a deck with those. No. No, that was not happening at all. So I had to do the next best thing, basically with like a black deck, and I actually found like a kind of style that I really like, because I like playing black, the sort of death domain of cards, because they have like a lot of like cheap minions and things like that, and they can afford to sacrifice a lot of stuff when they play. So I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. I want to have a black deck, and I saw on the I was looking at like the spoiler sheet this morning to basically just as a bit of a crash course. I was like, okay, right, I need to know what cards are available, and I saw there's gas over there. Surprised I didn't trigger it. Let's see if we can get it that way. Yes, we can. More Nuka-Cola Quantum. Bloody hell. Where was this when I needed it? Oh. Well, it was just right there, wasn't it? Well, I was looking at the spoilers this morning. I was like, oh, I have to play this deck, and it was the Sewer King deck. And basically, it's like every time you play a rat, you add another rat, so a 1/1 rat that can't block. So basically, you just like rat swarm. And that is very, very much my playstyle. The idea of just swarming up. Oh dear. He's got some flame fuel there for me as well. Thank you. But yeah, excuse me. If I use that to bear my other rifle. Metal blast. How's the people? Cons +5. Scope 44 Magnum. So this person might have been a communist spy. Well, given the Chinese assault rifles there, I would say so. Anything else here of note? Okay. Let's put my filtration helmet back on. So yeah, oh, make a color truck, I need that. Children's cutouts. Take it then and kill all the troglodytes then. I don't think he even wounded them. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, this expansion is looking like it's going to get to about that 3-hour mark, so... Bear in mind that none of this is actually essential, this is just like a mega dungeon. Well, I guess the Fallout equivalent of one. All those notifications. I think that's actually about it. I don't think there's anything else to this. I just want to quickly have a look. There's nowhere else to go. B, there's no other staircase, so then. So it looks like we have cleared out all the troglodytes. Up town. Right. So that way is Haven. Just trying to see if there's anyone else we can talk to.
You got a problem?
Get out of my face.
Not interested.
Oh, let's have a look at our armor as well. Oh, alright, don't we? Not bad for a bit of power armor. Put on the other. Try the bombshell armor. Well. Ain't that something? How are the people? outfit. Leather rubble. So yeah, just like lighter on the chest. The just leather armor that's been modded. Charisma +1, I bet. Metal Master armor. This is just standard metal armor that has been reshaded a bit to look a bit lighter. Maybe I think there's spikes on the legs as well. I think the torso's changed as well. Red Iconoclast armor. So this I think is exclusive to the pit. Just a very puffy, comfy set of armor. Supervisor helmets. Doesn't look any different to the other one, I don't think. There we go. No, just that has the rope resist. Of course, the pre-war hat. Oh.
Scram!
Gives you a +1 perception. I think it looks alright. Let's put the filtration helmet back on. So yeah, so each of those ingots would get you some more and more, get you more and more stuff. So yeah, imagine the other way, like the rat, the sewer king stuff was really good. Yeah, I'm genuinely happy with that. And like, the thing is, like, it was a great idea, but it's all about getting the cards to line up. And see, that's the thing. Like, in Magic the Gathering Arena, I think there might actually be some sort of karmic karmic system there, where like the idea being that like the game will basically just say, okay, if you actually can't do anything, we will put a card, or maybe like your next card, meaningful in some way, you know. That sounds like conspiracy theories and whatnot, but you know, who's to say? That's the thing. Like, you can show me the odds of the game, but who wants to say that you aren't going to change them immediately? With loot, like, this was the problem with loot boxes and things like that. It's like I don't trust the game. So yeah, but with physical cards, you can't swap them. Like the cards are going to change place; they're always there. You know, like, real world physics apply. Like, luck is not really much of a thing. You know.
Hurry over to Haven, kid.
You know, when you shuffle the deck, you make your own luck. So, yeah. Right. Let's have a look at the ends here. Really just want to try and cover as much of the map as possible. And hey, if there's any loot caches lying around, that'll be something to take them, but yeah. But yeah, we are now approaching Haven with plenty of examples of what happens to those who fuck around and find out. Got a radiated water. Is this something we can go through now? Okay. That's the power plant, the pit underground. More visible walls. Thought I saw a plaque there or something. This is Haven. Now, bit of symbolism here, so these are the chains, the slaves. You'll see inside a body, or something trying to become a body. Any ideas as to what this whole thing, or things, symbolise?
Not interested.
Nothing over there, anything over here. But yeah. I guess we're going inside. Can you imagine just waking up to just that? Ugh.
Scram.
Interesting that the outdoor music is playing here. That is nice music.
Scram.
But yeah, no, like I enjoyed the sessions I played. Winning one whole round. But sort of like a one that was quite a close defeat as well. But yeah. But hey, no, it's like it was great to play with people as well who were very understanding and patient, and just waiting for me and just had to remind me to do certain things. But tap, untap, draw. I'm still getting used to the idea of like mulligan and yeah, on which one they use, if it's Paris or London or. Because the different tournaments introduce different mulligans. The idea of like putting a sacrificing card at the bottom of your deck. So I always go second. So yeah. Or I keep 7. You know, if I do go first, I keep 7. So I'm just like, I just can't be arsed. But yeah. I like even with the system, I'm just like, you know what? I just want to just crack on with it, so yeah. But yeah, God, like in one round, like my heart was pounding, it was a loss, but like, I was like, I could actually win this. I've actually got them on the run here. I'm like, I just need to do something about it. But damn, was it good.
What's up?
Excuse me.
Lord Asher will be right with you. Feel free to wait inside, champ.
I'm telling you, I've got it covered. I'll be with you right after I maintain some order and dispense a little justice.
And I suppose you'll follow that up by raising the dead.
No, but I may heal the infirm later in the week. Time permitting, of course.
Sir,
I don't see why
we've had
Asher's
sightings of
wasting
Werner
his
back
time.
in the city, and there's been an increase in chatter between slaves.
Workers.
What?
We call them workers. Helps with morale. Reminds them that they might earn their freedom someday.
Whatever we call them, they've been gathering makeshift weapons.
All right, all right. Put your guards on alert. Tell them to be on the lookout for anyone loitering too long downtown. And keep a watch on Napier at all times. Anything big happens, it's bound to go to her. Now, I've got a very important meeting with our new friend. So if anything big comes up, you use the intercom.
Yes, sir.
Okay, break's over. go away.
Please feel free to wait inside.
Hello? I can't really talk now. Isn't my husband waiting to see you?
Look at this. Pits, a bio-research station at Crag Jensen protocols loaded. Cure research. Cure research project. Research by Dr. Sandra Kundanica. Observational tests on isolated subjects suggest the subject on isolated samples suggest the subject has a natural adaptive immunity to the so-called TROG mutation. Furthermore, it appears that this immunity carries on to other forms of radiation-induced diseases, from radiation sickness to larger mutations such as the all-too-common development of a sixth toe. Attempts to isolate these effects have been slow-going, due in part to the delicate nature of testing. Prospects exist for duplication. With the unique and delicate nature of the subject, it requires the utmost care in testing. Drug studies. Troglodyte generation contagion. Research by Dr. Sandra Kundanica. An epidemic of the environments around the pit, which I have named troglodytic generation contagion, or simply TDC, appears to be the result of intensely concentrations of radiation, but the unique toxins and pollutants in the pit cause it to be far more pervasive. Anyone living in TDC active areas experience skin lesions after a few weeks of exposure, which can clear up after a month or more away from affected areas. For many healthy adults, this is the full extent of the effect. TDC also seems to interact with brain chemistry in a manner that produces a number of psychological effects, even if the subject remains physically healthy. I'll need to recover more information about psychosis before I attempt to enumerate these effects. Approximately 20% of adults will progress further, losing higher reasoning and motor skills over the course of years, until they degenerate into a full bestial trog. No subjects have ever recovered from the full persistence of trog retaining memories and recognizing the faces of loved ones. More tragic, however, is the fact that children born in TDC active areas have a virtually 100% degeneration rate, often becoming feral within weeks of birth. We have a monitor. Healthy and well. Marie. A baby.
I can't really talk now. Isn't my husband waiting to see you?
Baby. It's £5. So I think the whole cannibal thing of eat the baby is actually a fake. I'm not entirely sure.
Nice work in the hole, New Blood. Knew you couldn't be one of our normal workers. So that begs the question, who are you? And what are you doing in my city?
Kill you and free the slaves.
I figured it'd be something like that. Goodbye, New Blood. Over here!
That's one way you could do it. Or
nice work in the hole, New. I understand. We've all got a past. damn few of us have reason to be proud of it. That's all behind you now. In the pit, you'll be part of a growing army, a thriving industry, and maybe even witness to a cure for radiation. But we aren't perfect, and sometimes the past comes back to haunt us. Tell me, do you know a man named Werner? Is that?
Yeah. I want to hear what he's got to say. Really would help if I just saved a little bit closer. I don't suppose I got a meeting people, do I? Oh, charisma.
Nice work in the hole.
Had any good fights lately?
Is there any other way that I can improve my charisma? Could put on the other level.
Nice work in the hole. Werner used to be my second in command, until he betrayed me. He was exiled to the slave pens, but he escaped not too long ago. I believe he's planning to strike at the city again, and make a working of the slaves to do it. You've had a lot of contact with them, so maybe you can hunt him down and put an end to him. Do it, and I'll name you my lieutenant on the spot. That's what I wanted to hear. You've got a bright future ahead of you in the pit, new blood. In fact, I'd like to let you in on a little secret and show you the amazing advance that'll secure our place in the Wasteland. Now I think would be a good time for you to meet the cure for yourself. Let's take a trip back to the lab where Sandra can explain.
Lord Asher, the slaves are rioting, and someone's armed them. We need you out here, and fast.
Damn it, I'm on my way. Just head back and talk to Sandra. She'll explain all about the cure. Then you'll see why you have to put an end to Werner.
I was looking for filtration helmet, stuck on. Okay. So Ash is going to see to the slaves. Rotting high. Go have an explore. Some raised crab. Listen to these logs.
Test 1, 2. Looks like this thing is on. Marie, if you're there, this is your father speaking. Ishmael Asher. Sometimes called Lord of the Pit. Now I hope you're hearing this 10 years from now. Sitting on my knees safe and sound. Right about now, I bet I'm looking pretty silly. But things don't always work out the way you'd like. There are a lot of risks, including what your mother would do if she heard me talking like this. And I'm not about to risk leaving you alone without knowing where you came from. These tapes are for you, so you can know who your father really was. Marie,
The first thing you need to know is that I wasn't always the lord of the pit. Long before I was a king,
that holier-than-thou
I was a scholar and a soldier. In fact, I was in the Brotherhood of Steel. You've probably heard about them, but you may not have heard what we did to the city. The Scourge. When we came here, the pit was just a breeding ground for trogs, cannibals, and worse. Commander had us torch the place and take what we could. The pit had useful technology, but it was suicide to stay here. So when an explosion left me buried in the mill, my brothers were sure I was dead. I don't blame them for leaving. I probably would have. We thought nothing could live in the pit. We were wrong. Marie, you know those fights in the mill's arena? Well, its first fight was when I woke up to someone pulling me out from a pile of rubble. At first, I thought it was my brothers pulling me to safety. Instead, it was a scavenger trying to steal my armor. She didn't get it, but I learned she had a whole family of scavengers. They'd make raids into the city for gear from the mill, and that gave me an idea. This was the only working steel mill we'd ever seen. In a world of leftovers, there was a chance to build again, and that was worth any price. The scavengers saw me as a god, so along with my Brotherhood know-how, it was easy to set up the basics. We started to build a city. As word of a new settlement got out, the city started growing fast. When raiders attacked, kill the leader and recruit the rest. I had to.
Mind yourself in Lord Asher's home.
Children, so recruiting was the only way to grow. And as we grew, the mill needed more workers.
Just looking for turrets.
That meant recruiting workers by force. I'm not proud of it, but it's the only way to keep the city supplied and armed. But it was always a temporary solution, until our best scientists found a way to cure the city's epidemic. Sandra and I worked on it day and night. And after one particularly late night of work, we were blessed with the cure. It's the cure inside you. Even now, we're doing everything we can to figure out how to share your gift with the city. Keeping you safe, of course. So by the time you're old enough to hear this, you'll already be a hero. Congratulations, Marie. You've already saved us all. I knew you would.
Oh, Asher told me you might be coming here, but I'm afraid I was preoccupied. Little Marie here is an angel, but she can still be a handful. I'm Sandra. Asher sent me up here to work on the pit's medical research, and Marie here is our daughter. Our little miracle, really.
Bring your daughter to work day.
Oh, I hate it when he calls her that. I swear, it's a terrible thing to call his own daughter. Well, this is a nice surprise. Apparently you and Asher are the only other people who know anything about science in this place. Yes, it seems that our daughter was born with a naturally acquired immunity to any form of mutation. It's nothing short of a miracle, honestly. I'm still trying to figure out why, but she may just hold the key to stopping the pit's trog problem. Hell, maybe other types of mutations too. Oh no, these tests are perfectly safe. In fact, between the crib and her uncanny health, she's probably the safest child in the world. Asher and I would never risk her health. And if that means it takes longer to develop a full cure, then, well, everyone else can wait. You're a dear, but things are well in hand here. If you really want to help, you should probably go deal with whatever had Asher rushing off in such a hurry. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to take care of one last test before Marie's nap time.
think you can get away with this? Every raider in this town will be after your head to bring her back. She's got my baby! Take her down!
There you are.
Hey!
Yeah, I knew I heard something. Did I hit her?
Open fire!
Steady aim for you.
It's a shame that we just disintegrated one of the finest mines in Pittsburgh. Possibly.
I'm gonna end you.
Fight with me.
Turbo is a fun drug. Just slows everything else down. Me to move mostly as normal. It doesn't like turning. So we've rescued Marie, the baby. Seems like the slaves are making their way out.
Kill the taskmasters!
Down with Asher! Down with Asher!
Sorry, where do I go from now? From here?
Escape plan.
Man, what is wrong with you?
Oh, it's saying something over there, okay. Right.
You trying to get us both shot?
The Vault is in the air, my friend. It's going to happen with or without you. I'd like it to happen with you.
Attack!
Cut him. You're the armourer. And you seriously couldn't get any better weapons than that. Plasma cast an ass.
Did I hit her?
You did not. Seeing.
There you are.
Just realising how long we've been going on.
Blood and steam.
It's just the auto axe, but I've forgotten my opener. What a sniper rifle uses. Like, I am not gonna complain. Merely an observation. This sniper rifle now. Anything for higher guns? Camera resistant, edgeless. Doesn't develop addiction. Stay frosty. No, pyromaniac to release flame-based weapons. Fast metabolism would be pretty good. A stone wall. That's only melee weapon attacks. Well, attacks rather. Which is a recycler. You like train ammunition. Metal armored single power armor. %, additional damage against range weapons. Adamantium skeleton would be pretty good. Bolts, so wood. Camera system would be pretty good. It's a heli addiction. Life giver. No, I don't need another 30 hit points. Where's the one for the healing? forgot it's called. What's the one where you get increased that's metabolism. Stimpack seal for a bit more.
Sounds to me like you've stirred up a bit of fuss with the raiders. Couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of murderers. But more importantly, I hear you've stolen the cure. Mind if I see it? Of course she'll be safe. We're just going to do our own research for the cure and then ransom her back for our freedom. You've seen how Asher and his people treat us. It's far, far kinder than they deserve. She'll be all right, just not with me. Asher's guards are always watching me. They'd find her right away. Werner sent me word that he's hiding out in the steel yard. He's got everything there to take care of the cure. Take it to him and he'll handle the rest. Now get going.
Werner's note, my dear. M. Secure the stay for the bundle. Have it sent to the shack below the blast furnace in the steel yard. Door will be cleared when the fighting starts, and marked with bright blue light to keep out the trucks. Asher and his family will get what's going to them. Onwards we go.
Go away, they'll see us.
Let's get in the railing guys. These 3 workarounds aren't cheap to come by.
Don't hurt me.
Buff out. Nearly done. In fact, let's go crazy. Let's take some turbo. So this recycler pistol basically doesn't run out of ammo, but it has to take time to charge up. So it's not a bad weapon. Effects. Fast times, let's have a look. What's fast times? Fast times, you've slowed things down enough to gain additional time when using turbo. Nice. Does it affect fall damage? Whose side are you on, Phaedra? Nice. Fair enough. So she was, I was actually interested in seeing where she would be. Wait, am I meant to be going to like the steel mill? Yeah. Sorry about this game. Yeah, I know I previously like criticised this for like not being 3 hours, but like, honestly, like you could easily get this expansion done in 2 hours. Just dicking around as you. Well, I am anyway.
Woo! So now I know why you ain't afraid of those drugs. No hard feelings, huh? Guess I couldn't stop you. But then you'd never find all the little bonuses I got stashed over the years. How about this? You bring me ingots, like you used to, and I'll make sure you get compensated when you do. Can't be more fair than that. Keep bringing in metal. I'll keep getting you gear. Hey! Run for it!
Interesting. He wasn't one of the bad ones after all. Back out here again. A labyrinth. While Bill was there.
Down with Asher!
Ah, you finally made it. I've got everything ready and there are plenty of tests to run. So hurry up and put the brat in the crib. It means that we can study Asher's bastard, and once we dig the cure out of it, make sure that we all get the treatment. But more importantly, it means we're ready for the last part of the plan. Letting the Trogs overrun Uptown and wipe out the bosses. Leaving the slaves free and turning the bosses into Trog food. Only thing that's left is to finally wipe out all the bastards in Uptown, and that honor falls to you. Simple. Get someone else to do it for you, and there's a whole city full of trogs hungry to do the job. The only thing keeping them out of Uptown are those floodlights, and I know where you can shut those off. Shut off Uptown's lights, and the trogs will sweep in to take care of the rest. Sorry, doll, but I'll be busy setting everything up with the squirt here. But for you, I guess I can spare a few supplies. You can get to the power plant from a manhole down in the steel yard. Near the train tracks, you can't miss it. Head down there, find the floodlight controls, and turn off Uptown's floodlights. I'll meet you back downtown. And here, take this. You want to stay hidden when the trogs come. Now get moving.
So, obviously freeing the slaves is, you know, the good move to do, rather than siding with Asher and whatnot, but yeah, it's just interesting seeing, like, how Bethesda between these two extremes. You know, like, the slaves cannot forgive those who have tormented them for this, and like with the automation, it's like, when's it going to end? And why would the raiders not give it up, you know? But then, you've taken Baby Marie out of a cleaner, safer home, put her in there where actually she might be exposed, and who knows. Things move west. But yeah, it's like you can tell they were trying to present a moral dilemma without really knowing how to justify slavery, you know, or to justify Asher, you know. It's at the end of the day, sorry, it's slavery. So yeah. So you will find that from a coding point of view, the Trog skeleton is the is used in Fallout New Vegas. I'd say for one enemy, but I think that's something in the DLC as well. So yeah. we're probably going to go further. Let me save the game. Because I'm going to have to wrap up soon. Imagine the game will wrap itself up. Nice. Nice combat resolution there. Yeah, so I like the idea of like trying to present the sort of two sides or whatever, but the thing is in that you might say, well, like, they're evil, the slaves are evil, but they need to be justified in a way. And I'm like, well, no, but tell that to the writers, you know, who've done a very black and white karma system, a morality system, and now all of a sudden they want to try and make it a little bit more complex. It's like, no.
Move along, please.
Okay. Okay.
Hostile. Target identified. Warning. Repair urgently required.
What time is it? Terminate. Okay. The uptown lights are off and the trogs are going to go. Oh shit, my word. Talk about balancing the books. Let's use a doctor bag. 30 used. Okay. What else can I use?
I should have gunned you down long ago. What the hell is that? There you are.
See ya. So all in all,
Down with Asher.
the pit is a very good expansion, but it sort of leaves a lot of information out, like what is up with the troglodytes, how long have these people suffered, why is this going on, you know, is there any way to flesh this out a bit more without fetch quests and things like that, you know?
Nice work, pal. When I saw those lights go down, I swear I heard the trogs laughing. I think I speak for all of the ex-slaves here when I say good riddance to those bastards. May they rot in a glowing grave. Yeah, everybody's happy. Medea says she'll take care of the kid when she's not too busy with everything else. Don't worry about it. We cut a few corners on researching the brat, so we've already got something good to keep down the rads. It's on the house. But the real wealth of the city is in that steel mill. You'll have access to the ammo press in there, so go nuts. You earned it, kid. Whatever you want, boss. I'll be whipping folks back into shape, and Medea's keeping an eye on the brat, so you can come and go as you like. But if you want, you can keep collecting steel from the steel yard. Most folks can't handle it, and the foreman would see you get a reward. And if you really care, Medea said she's looking for toys for the brat. I guess if you find anything, you could bring them to her. But that's only if you give a shit. If it were just me, I'd just keep drinking till the booze runs out. So live it up.
Medical research from the process just improve your life. Just try not to think of what it might cost others.
I got folks working on it 24/7. It'd go faster if they didn't keep fussing about not hurting the little squirt. Medea's the worst of them. Keeps asking people to bring the kids toys or some sort of bullcrap. You'd think an old slave like her would know how to work without raising a fuss, right? Don't forget to spread the word about the pit. Seriously, we could use more people.
Go away, they'll see us.
Kai passed away. Oh, I saw her defending herself. She did a good job.
Go away, they'll see us. Go away.
We're all indebted to you for setting us free from those bastards. You just don't know what a difference you've made. Now, the rest is up to us. And I have to admit, it's pretty daunting. At least Werner's taking care of organizing the city, so I can work on the cure. She's a handful is what she is. I mean, I'm glad she's healthy, and I take care of her like she's my own, but it's a full-time job. And I hardly have any time to work on finding a cure from her. People help out here and there, but she's just such a handful. That sure would help me out. Happier Maria's, the more likely I can get a full night's sleep for once in my life. She seems to really enjoy teddy bears. Creepy little things, but I guess she doesn't know any better. Bring as many as you can, and you'll get paid plenty for it. I promise.
Teddy bear delivery from Ray. Here you go.
Thanks. You have no idea how much this will help. Here's your pay. Back to the kid, I guess.
Well, you have it.
Go away, they'll see us.
That's the pit.
How's it going? Don't mind the mess. We're still rebuilding, you know. Don't forget to spread the word about the pit.
So, yeah, that's the expansion. The other reason we have to stay is for the ammo stuff, and yeah, that's it really. Otherwise, you can wave goodbye to this place. And hope everything just sorts itself out. Oh, you had an infiltrator.
Now that Asher's gone, there's gonna be some changes around here, believe me. You just wait. We'll whip the pit back into shape.
So yeah, it's a very good expansion. I just wish like this had like the same amount of time and resources, or other resources. Time is something one of them. Being a like getting put into if like from point look out into this, because it is it's damn fine DLC. Yeah, be absolutely fine paying like, I think these were pretty cheap actually. It was like not even like a tenner each. It was like a fiver or something like that. Which is not bad. £5 for what you get. But and you get some lots of cool stuff. Brand new location. Yeah, you get to see a lot of stuff. And as I say, a very aesthetically pleasing place. But yeah, that's it. The absolute worst thing about it, the thing that I will constantly remind people of, is the 100 ingots. You don't have to get all 100. You only have to get 10, and they're easy enough to find. But it's like, I get the idea that it was meant to test your like gamer's instincts, but like it tests my fucking patience more than anything. It's like, yeah, like, I'm sorry, but, like, I'm usually good with like instinct stuff, but like this was like very much like Donkey Kong Country levels, where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this bottomless pit is actually got a barrel here that you can just go into and get a bonus and whatnot. So yeah, there is some bullshit there, so I'm not happy with that. But otherwise, yeah, like I've enjoyed the expansion, and I would absolutely play it again. But not for the 100 ingots. Otherwise, yeah, that's fine. Here we are back in the capital green grey wasteland. Hey, oh well. I think we've only got one more thing we can actually do, really, for DLC, because I can't think of any other. So there's only a couple of things I can think we can do, really. Quest-wise, I think we're actually done. We'll go through all the quests and whatnot and just check. But yeah, otherwise, we're done. It's just like the main quest. Then yeah, honestly, there's not much Which I was going to think of, yeah, so I'll check the wiki. I am, unfortunately, yeah. I'm unfortunately back at work tomorrow, but so I don't know when the next part will be, so I'll probably upload this tomorrow. Might be Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so in about 2 or 3 days when I get this next part done, but we will see. So yeah, so thank you ever so much for watching, and take care, start for now, and it has been a pleasure playing Fallout 3, Tales to Wastelands DLC, The Pit. Take care, and start for now.